Welcome to Englewood, where one of the easiest things to do is to lose your life. It's kind of like that dark place that Mufasa told Simba not to go to. You know, the elephant graveyard, a place where the sun don't shine. But unbeknownst to a lot of people, Englewood wasn't always like that. Englewood is known as one of Chicago's most dangerous neighborhoods, with crime rates that rival any known slum in the United States of America. But Englewood wasn't always at the bottom of the barrel. At one point in time, Englewood was one of Chicago's top shopping districts. Englewood is also home to many known actors, rappers, and influencers. So the question that I propose is, how did Englewood get so fucked up?
4 people were shot in Englewood.
Shooting another man outside of an Englewood convenience store last month.
They need to search everybody first before they y'all ain't even see y'all would have been searched done. Do it, bro. Find out.
Don't touch me, bro.
I ain't touching you, bro.
All right, don't talk to me. Don't say nothing to
I'm
me.
just telling you to go back, bro.
I'm good right here, bro. You can't tell me what the f to do. I'm done too.
That's all I'm asking.
What he do? What he do? What did he do, bro? The police. Hey, get your. Hey, don't touch me, bro. I ain't playing. Don't put your hands on me. Don't
The shooting happened in the Englewood neighborhood on South Low near West Marquette Road.
Latrell Allen fired at the officers during a foot chase August of 2020.
Oddly enough, Englewood is said to be the home of America's first serial killer. That's right, Dr. H.H. Holmes was said to have captured people and made them suffer in his hotel/dungeon. He was caught and confessed to having over 27 bodies. Englewood was annexed by the city of Chicago in 1889. It's roughly 3 square miles, and it is between South 59th Street and South 71st Street. The neighborhood was originally settled by German and Irish immigrants working on railroads and at the Union Stockyard. The 1930s would prove to be prosperous for Englewood, as it would become known as the second largest shopping district in Chicago. The 63rd and Halsted Shopping Center was constructed. The store Sears opened in 1934, which brought employment and revenue to the neighborhood as well. Ultimately, the Great Depression, which lasted from 1929 to 1939, would take its toll on the neighborhood. The Depression made Englewood a cheaper place to rent and own property. Also, World War II efforts caused a lack of materials needed to renovate deteriorating buildings. Lower income African Americans would begin to move into the area, causing white flight. Blacks weren't necessarily allowed to move in or buy property in certain areas. The banks used redlining schemes to conclude that if you lived in certain areas, you weren't getting a loan. Construction of the Dan Ryan Expressway would lead to many more African Americans moving to Englewood after being displaced from other Southside communities. And by the 70s, Englewood would end up 96% black. Around this time, black gangs were beginning to rise. Gangs such as the Devil Disciples would begin to run Englewood. This is around the time when the city of Chicago would completely abandon the Englewood neighborhood. Englewood is where the Supreme Gangsters and the Devil Disciples both started. After being rivals, these two would eventually link up and formulate an organization called the Black Gangster Disciples, or the BGDN, led by King David Barksdale and the chairman Larry Hoover. A few years after the merge, Barksdale would end up dying from kidney failure, which would lead to the BGDN breaking off into factions such as BGs, or the New Breeds, the BDs, or the Black Disciples, and the GDs, or the Gangster Disciples. Englewood currently has more than 61 different cliques of BDs and GDs that mainly war with each other. This dynamic makes Englewood very dangerous because literally anywhere you go in Englewood, there's a gang that runs that area. For instance, The Goonie Boss GDs were terrorizing Englewood before they got indicted.
Part of a faction called Goonie Boss. As many as 11 murders in and around the Englewood neighborhood. The Goonie Boss hit squad routinely terrorized the 3 square mile area.
We throw the bees up both ways. The blood mob, brick squad, Goonie Boss. We in this in Zedville, the set. Holla at the 6 where we be at. That's real. That 5. You know what it is.
You also have legendary beefs like 300 and JoJo World. This beef will ultimately get Lil JoJo unalived. A lot of people have left Englewood because it's in such bad shape. As of today, only 23,000 people live in the Englewood area. Englewood is one of those areas in Chicago where there's a lot of abandoned buildings and houses, not to mention vacant lots. Last year, Englewood was second on the list for homicides, with 55. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson has approved the gentrification of Englewood, with the plan is going to take over $1 billion to clean up the area. Englewood Barbie is also a breath of fresh air for the neighborhood, as she gives back to the homeless and helps out in any way she can. Her work as a philanthropist is a true and living example of never giving up on your people. Even though the world may look at Englewood like it's a dump, the people from there love that dump because it's what they call home.
I miss y'all, and I apologize that I haven't been here. Tonight, I won't be back for a while. Still make sure y'all have food every single night. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop fighting for nothing that we've been fighting about. I just won't be here. I just feel like I need to come out and tell y'all myself why I wouldn't be here. I have a heart condition called SBT. I couldn't see, I couldn't move, I couldn't talk. When I got to the hospital, they were threatening to stop my heart to slow it down. So this is why I gotta have this procedure. I do love y'all, and I'm gonna start taking better care of myself. Start crying this thing.
I'm gonna tell Mama.
Englewood also has a couple people that came up in the slums that made it out of the neighborhood. The late great Bernie Mac, Derrick Rose, Jennifer Hudson, Lil Reese, and Lil Durk, just to name a few. But this next example I'm going to give you, in my opinion, is one of the best. Lakeisha Hunter was actually a gangbanger in Englewood. She was gangbanging at an early age and then decided to change her life at about 17 or 16. Well, this change was very dramatic and impactful. She went to school for the culinary arts and ended up being a mentor and owning her own business and food truck. Now, she mentors young people and she teaches them that you do have an option and you do have a way out, and nothing is for certain.
I was an at-risk youth. I was a gang leader in Englewood, and I almost missed the opportunity of life.
I hope that by seeing this video, this inspires some kid to never give up on their dreams. And always remember, never let your circumstances determine the outcome. This has been another episode of Hoods of Chicago. It's your boy, SNTV. I'm out.